Welcome to VLearn. This is session 11 of Management of Market Communication and Advertising. Today we are going to cover different topics like agency-client relationship and productivity, staff factors for poor quality, organization poor factors, management participation factors, product market integration. Then we will discuss the pricing policies, promotion parameters, and how to research market. That will be the part of today's session. Advertising task, organizing for advertising promotion, affordable method will be covered in today's session. Percentage of sale method, competitive parity method, objective and task method will be the part of today's session. Media is a kind of maths. How? We will discuss on this topic. How to advertise, marketing drives, how marketing drives organization strategy. That we will discuss. Don't walk, run concept, and at last we will focus on the advertising effectiveness. So this is the list of the tables which we are going to cover in today's session. Let us start covering each topic one by one. So the first topic of today's session is agency-client relationship and productivity. Agency-client relationship is totally based on the concept of division of work. And this division of work help in increasing the productivity by identifying skill set of the manpower and matching that skill set with that of the required need or with the requirements. Division of work concept has been derived from the division of labor basically, which involves the partition of work into the smaller pieces, and by applying the divide and conquer strategy, this helps to increase the efficiency and ultimately relates to increasing the productivity of the manpower. So agency-client relationship helps in increasing the productivity by proper division of work among the labor, among the manpower, which further includes identification of the skill set, right potential for the right kind of problem, to resolve right kind of problem. And advertisement also plays an important role in increasing the productivity also, because advertisement is a kind of tool which acts as a great agent for the widespread awareness of the product or service and helps to increase the productivity. Next concept that we are going to cover is the staff factors. What are those factors which arises at the end of the staff and are actually responsible for providing the poor quality? For example, there are lots of factors that we should discuss to resolve those staff factors which are generating the poor quality. For example, too many unproductive or unnecessary meetings. कभी कभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस लेवल पर इतनी ज़्यादा मीटिंग्स हो जाती हैं और उन सभी मीटिंग्स का कोई प्रोडक्टिव आंसर नहीं होता है, बट जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ कंडक्टिंग द मीटिंग्स आर गोइंग टू बी कंडक्टेड. नो, unnecessary meetings should be avoided because they are one of the most important factor for generating the poor quality at the end of the staff. Not giving agency enough lead time. This is another important factor. Inability to plan ahead. Always people always people in the organization, they keep on busy in the work in which they are being assigned. They think that they are accountable only for the work whatever they have been given. They never think that what can be the next step. So this inability to plan ahead is one of the factor responsible for the poor quality at the staff end. Next is unwilling to experiment or take risks. Risk-taking attitude is actually responsible for generation of the business, for the growth of the organization. Whosoever take the risk in the life, they reach to the mountain of the life. But if the people are unwilling to experiment the new things, this will generate the poor quality. Next is inability to adhere to the schedules. Schedules is a kind of plan. It's a kind of blueprint which indicates the total planning, that what is to be done and how it is to be done. And if the people are not adhered or they are not strict towards the schedule, they don't want to follow it, they are incapable to follow it. So this inability to adhere to the schedule is one of the most important factor actually responsible for the poor quality. Company unfamiliar with agency cost constraints. Sometimes most of the people are not aware that what could be the cost constraint. And this unawareness regarding the cost constraint is also one of the reasons for poor quality. Now, apart from this, there are other several factors that are associated with the staff which are responsible for the poor quality, and they are like too much reliance on research, that is not enough use of the judgment. जो आपके पास नॉलेज है हम उसको यूज न करके हर चीज़ के लिए R&D करते हैं, हर चीज़ को गूगल पे सर्च करते हैं, या हर चीज़ के लिए हम बहुत जजमेंट होके काम करते हैं. इस टाइप की अप्रोचेस आर ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द बैड क्वालिटी. Unwillingness to listen to other points of view. This is the biggest problem. Rather, I must say it's an ego problem. When the people are not ready to listen to others, then how can they get the expert opinion? Or new perspective cannot be generated unless you will not listen the points that are given by the others. Or we can say that when we are working in the same organization, then every person at different level is having their own perspective, their own viewpoint. So if we all are the part of the same meeting, then we should be willing to listen to all other people, what their views is about that. And if it is missing, this unwillingness to listen others will definitely affect the organization to a lot. Too much change for change's sake. Although change is the only permanent truth that need to be occur, वो होना ही होना है. बट अगर हम चेंजेस लाने के लिए अगर कुछ ज़्यादा चेंजेस कर देते हैं, then it also affects the quality of the staff members, because it is the tendency of the human being that a human being never accept the changes so frequently. He or she takes some time. So just to make these changes to be adaptable as well as acceptable at the organizational level by the employees of that organization, these two changes will ultimately be responsible for the poor output. Now, let us learn what are the factors एट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन साइट, मतलब वो कौन से फैक्टर हैं जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के एंड पर होते हैं, वहां से अराइज होते हैं, एंड दैट आर ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द पुअर क्वालिटी. समटाइम कंपनीज हैज टू मैनी लेवल्स ऑफ अप्रूवल, लाइक गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में कभी कभी होता है, एक छोटे से पेपर पे के अप्रूवल के लिए उसको 7 टेबल्स से क्रॉस होना पड़ता है. पहले क्लर्क के पास जाएगा, देन यूडीसी क्लर्क, एलडीसी क्लर्क, यूडीसी क्लर्क, देन सीनियर असिस्टेंट, सेक्शन ऑफिसर and all. So if there are lots of approval level in the organization, in the company, then it is that factor which arises at the organization side. Because too many important decisions, another factor which is actually responsible for the poor organization factor is sometimes कुछ important decisions कुछ juniors ले लेते हैं. This is not acceptable at all. Because this is the reason where organization lacks. Important decisions should only be taken by seniors. It should not be by the juniors. Unnecessary duplication of the agency work at company. Sometimes 2 or 3 people are doing the same task. There is an unnecessary duplication of the agency work. This sort of things comes under the organization's poor factors. These are those decisions that are imposed by the organization. They are not imposed by the people, whomsoever is working in the organization. So staff factors are also responsible for the poor outputs or for not managing the quality part, as well as the organization factors are also responsible for the poor quality of work and all. There is another important factor which ultimately affect the quality of work, that is the management participation factors. Management participation factors basically includes client unwilling to commit sufficient funds, means कुछ फंड्स को फुलफिल करने के लिए सफिशिएंट अमाउंट ही नहीं है हमारे पास, बिकॉज द कंसर्न पर्सन विद द पार्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट इज नॉट पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन दीज थिंग्स. समटाइम अनदर फैक्टर अफेक्ट्स लाइक टू मच पर्सनल टर्नओवर इज देयर, एंड अनदर थर्ड फैक्टर इज not enough senior management involvement. This is the most important factor. Sometimes most of the issues get resolved because of the involvement of the senior management. So this lack of senior management involvement in the participation of decision making process can give rise to n numbers of questions, and these n number of questions can also be stopped by the proper participation of senior management. Next topic that we are going to cover is product market integration. Product market integration would provide useful long run inputs to the advertising strategy. Product market integration में बहुत कुछ प्रोडक्ट के फीचर्स पे डिपेंड करते हैं, हमारी मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज पे डिपेंड करते हैं, और ये प्रोडक्ट की फीचर एंड मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी दे कंबाइनली आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग द लॉन्ग टर्म बेनिफिट्स, एंड लॉन्ग टर्म बेनिफिट्स will act as an input to the advertising strategy. Borie and Aarons in contemporary advertising have recommended a study of the product. According to the Borie कि सबसे पहले हमें प्रोडक्ट को स्टडी करना चाहिए, उसकी मार्केट को रिसर्च करना चाहिए, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पे फोकस कीजिए, आप प्राइसिंग के बारे में सोचिए, प्रमोट कीजिए प्रोडक्ट को, एंड कंपटीशन में सर्वाइव करने के लिए हर वो चीज जो पॉसिबल है, दैट शुड बी द पार्ट ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट मार्केट इंटीग्रेशन स्ट्रैटेजी, बिकॉज दिस थिंग विल बेसिकली bring about the integration of lots of different discipline under a single umbrella. बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ कंबाइन कर दी जाती है प्रोडक्ट मार्केट इंटीग्रेशन में, like product features, market research, distribution, pricing, promotion, competition, they all collectively are treated under a single umbrella that is called as a product market integration. Next is pricing policies. Pricing policies are of two types: price history, which reflects trend of the pricing, relationship to the needs of buyers, competitive price situation, past price objective, management attitude, buyer attitude, channel attitude, etc. Promotion parameters. Promotion parameters basically includes successes and failure of past promotion, policies, sales force, advertising publicity. Next parameter of promotion includes promotion expenditure. And when we talk about the promotion expenditure, it means we are talking about the promotion history, how much budget has been spent, budget emphasizes, relation to the competition, and at last trend. These are the parameters that are the part of promotion expenditures. So promotion expenditure and success and failure of past promotion, they all need to be discussed to bring about the improvement at the sales force level as well as at the advertising publicity level. Advertising programs includes the strategies, themes, campaigns and all. So before starting any advertising programs, strategies must be set for the same, themes must be defined, and campaigns must be done for the promotion of product or service. Sales force. That is, sales force is basically defined in terms of the size, scope, ability, cost per sale. All these parameters are actually responsible for defining the sales force. Now, there is a concept that how to research the market. It's a wonderful question. This question is having lots of curiosity. That if you are going to promote a particular product or if you want to study a particular product, then what are the parameters that must be like searched during the research market? So this topic will help you to provide a comprehensive information regarding the market research. Now, the market research basically includes who and where is the market, how has market been segmented in the past, and how it can be segmented in the future. अभी करंट मार्केट पास्ट में क्या था, अभी क्या चल रहा है और आगे का क्या हो सकता है. What are the consumers' needs? What are the attitudes of the customer and characteristics of the customer? So, research market helps in getting the answer of these questions. Researching of market involves to study the needs, attitude and characteristics of the consumer first. Then it will find out the niche where the market can be generated. How, why, when and where do consumers buy? These are the questions that need to be answered. Past advertising appeals which have proved successful or unsuccessful in speaking to customer needs. This is the wonderful point, because improvement always asks for the unsuccessful parameters so that improvement can be applied. So who are our customers, past customers, future customer? What are the characteristics do they have in common? What do they like about our product and what don't they like? So research of market helps in getting the answer of these questions one by one. Now the next topic is advertising task. major decision areas in advertising are setting advertising objectives. Second, deciding how much to spend on advertising or budgeting. Deciding where and how often to spend it. Is it the media to be used? And frequency of exposure that we have applied with respect to the media planning. That is a task that comes under the advertising. Advertising also involves the deciding when to spend. Is that how to phase advertising during the year? कब advertising start करना चाहिए so that हम एक target audience हम achieve कर सकें. Deciding what to say means what kind of positive notes or what kind of message should be communicated to the customer. All these things all comes under the task of advertising. Finally, measuring that how well we have spent the advertising rupee. That is advertising research. हमने कितनी अच्छी तरीके से अपने पैसे को एडवर्टाइजमेंट में कैसे कैसे खर्च किया. That all come under the advertising research. Here is a scenario which reflect the advertising promotion. So there is a president is holding other 5 people, other 5 departments like production, finance, marketing, research and development, human resources, marketing research, marketing, further having the sub level of marketing research, advertisement, sales, product planning. So this hierarchy of promotion will helps in promoting the product at right time to the right market. So this is the way how we can promote the organizations at different level of time. Now let us discuss the affordable method. The company's advertising budget is set on the basis of what the company can afford. Yes, it is true. Spent according to your pocket. This is true. एक एडवर्टाइजिंग में पैसा कितना जाएगा ये कंपनी की अफोर्डेबिलिटी पर डिपेंड करता है कि कंपनी कितना अफोर्ड कर सकती है एडवर्टाइजमेंट के ऊपर. Joel Dean has suggested that everything above a respectable return on capital can be spent on advertising. It is a wonderful concept. The weakness of this approach is that it ignores the current opportunities the firm has, which advertising can exploit. इसकी यही एक वीकनेस है इस अफोर्डेबल मेथड की कि करंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज को इसमें इग्नोर किया जाता है. समटाइम वी आर हैविंग द बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज विद अस बट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थिंग अफोर्डेबल मेथड डज नॉट सपोर्ट इट. इट डज नॉट लुक अपॉन एडवर्टाइजिंग एज एन इन्वेस्टमेंट that has to be planned for the long run, right? So advertisement is a kind of investment that has to be planned for the long run. Next method that we are going to cover is percentage of sale method. Percentage of sale method involves advertising budget which is set as a specific percentage of the sales. Experience shows that companies following this method usually set aside between 2% to 5% for advertisement expenditure. This method links advertising to selling price and profit per unit, availability of funds rather than the availability of the opportunity, and determines advertising. Percentage of a sale method basically focus on or links the advertisement with that of the selling price, and selling price is a kind of profit per unit. So experimental anti-cyclical advertising is ruled out and the exact percentage of sales cannot be decided theoretically. This is the main feature of this percentage of sale method. Competitive parity method. Competitive parity method, this method basically views the competitors advertising expenditure as the norm to be used in setting the company's advertising budget. हमारे कॉम्पिटिटर अपने एडवर्टीजमेंट में कितना एक्सपेंड कर रहे हैं, ये एक पैरामीटर बन जाता है कॉम्पिटिटिव पैरिटी मेथड के अकॉर्डिंग, जिसको सेट किया जाता है हम भी उतना ही खर्च करेंगे अपनी कंपनी के बजट को एडवर्टाइजिंग पर. मीन्स बाय व्यूइंग द एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ आवर कॉम्पिटिटर द कंपनी टेक्स अ डिसीजन टू स्पेंड budget on advertisement. The logic is that competitor expenditure represent the collective wisdom of the industry. Yes, it is true. Whosoever is the part of industry, he or she takes the combined decision in the industries advertisement part, and this is one of the parameter which helps in judging the things that whether we should spend more on advertisement or less as per the competitors level. Objective and task method. This approach requires each executive to define his advertising objective, preferably as a numerically stated goals. मीन्स एडवर्टाइजमेंट करने के बाद क्या स्टैटिस्टिक्स निकल के आएंगे, उसको एक कैलकुलेटेड वैल्यू को डिफाइन करना. दिस इज द थिंग दैट इज डिफाइंड अंडर द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड टास्क मेथड. इट ऑल्सो फोकस ऑन आउटलाइनिंग द टास्क दैट मस्ट बी परफॉर्म टू अचीव द ऑब्जेक्टिव. कौन से ऐसे काम हमें कर लेने चाहिए जिससे हम अपने टारगेट्स को या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव कर पाएंगे. दिस टास्क मेथड ऑल्सो एम्फसाइज ऑन दिस इशू. It also involves the estimation of the cost of performing these tasks. कितना कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व हुआ इस टास्क को परफॉर्म करने में, दैट इज द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग अंडर द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड टास्क मेथड. सो द सम ऑफ दीज कॉस्ट इन द एप्रोप्रिएशन रिक्वेस्ट, सम ऑफ ऑल द एप्रोप्रिएशन रिक्वेस्ट इज द एडवर्टाइजिंग बजट. इन सब की कॉस्ट को अगर आप सम अप कर देंगे तो हमारा एडवर्टाइजिंग बजट निकल आएगा. Now let us learn that media is a kind of maths. Yes, it is true. Whatever data we input into the media and whatever output we get, accordingly some statistics comes into the hands which reflects a kind of mathematics variable, independent and dependent variables which have a close relationship or dependency also. So that is why it is truly said that media is a kind of mathematics, because it helps in deriving some other facts on the basis of the existing one. Now, how to advertise? For the sake of advertisement, make the creative strategy fit the marketing plan. Second, keep your objective reasonable. Third, make your strategy easy to use. Fourth, be single-minded. Fifth, state a business objective. They all comes under the how to advertise ways. Decide where your business is going to come from. Understand your target audience. This is the most important part while focusing on to the advertisement part. Make a meaningful promise that you can really fulfill. Support your promise. Set yourself apart. Now, it is truly said that marketing basically drives the organization strategy, because every organization is having some long-term plans. To implement those plans, marketing is used, and ultimately the marketing depends on the strategy of the organization. That is why it is said that marketing basically drives the organization strategy. Now, when we talk about the advertisement, give your product a distinctive personality. आप जिस चीज का एडवर्टाइजमेंट करें उसको कोई यूनिक टच दीजिए. Advertise what is important, not what is obvious. Think ahead. Keep your strategy up to date. Don't change your strategy without good reason. जब तक कोई solid reason है, you don't have to change your strategy of work. Put the strategy in writing. Have a better product. are the ways which helps to advertise the things. So before making any advertisement, we have to go through with these points so that advertisement should be more effective and result oriented. This is don't walk run concept. It means that competition is so fast. So to survive in this competitive environment, you don't have to walk only, you have to run. आपको इस भीड़ में आगे निकलना होगा. Then only you can survive. Next topic of today's session is advertising effectiveness. If all the market tasks have been executed as planned, the sales graph after a time lag is the best determinant of advertising the effectiveness. आपने जो प्लान किया था, आपके सेल्स ग्राफ आपको वही रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि सेल्स ग्राफ एक बहुत अच्छा मेथड है जो एक राइट डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट इफेक्टिवनेस को रिफ्लेक्ट करता है. सो इफ यू आर रनिंग एज पर योर प्लानिंग, दैट इंडिकेट्स द इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ द एडवर्टाइजमेंट. To measure advertising effectiveness in the short run, say immediately after the campaign, we need to go back to our advertisement objective. अगर आपको immediately find out करना है तो आप advertising के objectives को judge कर सकते हैं, and then you will be able to find the effectiveness of the advertising. Well-defined and advertising objectives make the research objective easy to formulate. Yes, it is true. So before we end, there is a do it yourself exercise. In the first part of do it yourself exercise, you have to explain advertising effectiveness. In the second part, you have to explain and define different types of market research. With this, we are going to finish this session. Thank you.